People will join.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, how are you?
Fine.
You are back in Delhi?
Yeah. I came 2 weeks back.
Okay. Good. You are still working or you have taken retirement?
Sorry?
You are still working or you have taken retirement?
No, I don't go to the hospital, but I have a clinic in our
Oh,
basement. I'm working there because the
oh,
patients, they don't leave you.
yeah, I know. Over a year, like years, you have made relationship with them.
So that's why.
Correct. This field is also a lot about faith.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. 50% is faith, 50% is treatment.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. And people, they have actually dependence basically for their small things, Even at times when they have a family problem, they'll come.
Correct. Yes.
How are you, ma'am? Now you are perfect?
Not perfect because I removed my cast last week. So after removing the cast, there are a lot of pain again. Like all the joint has become very stiff.
Oh,
So started the physiotherapy. So I can't put my weight on the
ma'am,
completely.
wear those, those sleeves, which are
I
tight.
wear, yeah, I wear that. That helps me to give some like support. But
Yeah.
still, I'm just limping and walking a little bit inside. The doctor said, don't put pressure so much, like just 50 to 30, 40% pressure you put.
Offload, ma'am. Stick or the that you can hold it because you have to offload your foot.
Yeah. So I'm on the crutches generally or the walker.
Yeah. Walker is best actually.
Yeah.
Walker is.
So I use that. So limited, abhi to it's a restricted movement.
No,
Maybe
ma'am.
probably it will take another
Still
one
you are
week.
doing. Even when you were sick, you were doing it. It's a lesson to others.
Because my leg is only not working, other part is working. Okay. We'll start. So we are doing chapter 10 now. We are seeing that how Krishna is talking about his opulences. And, how Krishna, when Krishna said, I request everyone to mute their mic, please. So when Krishna shows that Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, I am in everything material or spiritual, then Arjuna wanted to ask, show me something. Tell me about your qualities. And then the Lord says that I have unlimited qualities, Arjuna. Some of them I will share with you. I can't tell you everything because that is so much time is not there. And my qualities are unlimited. So I'll share some with you. So he's sharing some quality of his, how is in the water, how is in the air, how is in the different things, how is in the rishi, how is in the snake, how is in the mountain. So he's telling Arjuna about his opulences. So this 10th chapter is more about the opulences of Krishna. Why does Krishna show his opulence, and why Arjuna wanted to request Krishna to show the opulence? Because it becomes easy for us to surrender. When we know that the person is very potent and powerful. Some mic is open. So it is easy for us to surrender after knowing the opulences. So last week we saw the text 30 where he says that I am in the In the demons, I am in the Prahlad. Prahlad was a great devotee of the Lord. And he says, I am in the Prahlad Maharaj. So like that, Krishna is trying to tell about his opulence. Although Prahlad was born in the family of a demon, he was a great devotee from his childhood. Because of his devotional service and godly nature, he is considered to be a representative of Krishna. So Krishna will tell that I am there in everything. So that we cannot miss him anywhere. We cannot miss him anywhere. Everything, whatever we see, his presence is there. Without his presence, nothing is like working. Nothing is in the working condition. It's all dead matter. So much so that actually Krishna is there even in the dead matter, but not in a manifested form. In all other things, he is in some manifestation. Of the many animals, the lion is most powerful and ferocious. And of the million variety of birds, Garuda, the bearer of the Lord Vishnu, is the greatest. Krishna says, I am in all these things. 1 second. Lata, are you there? I think today she was busy somewhere.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Lata Mataji is not there.
Acha. I'm facing some difficulty in sharing PPT. That's the reason. It's not moving. Yes, now text 31. Pavana pavatamasmi Rama Shastra Bratam Aham Jhasanam Makaraschasmi Srota Sham Asmi Janavi. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Pavana Pavatamasmi. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Ram. The one who carries the weapon, I am Lord Ram. Of fishes, I am the shark. And of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. So Krishna is like trying to tell his opulence in different things. Yes. Sargara namadiras antascha madhyam chaivam Arjuna adhyatma vidyanam vadah pravadatam aham. Of all creation, I am the beginning and the end and also in the middle. So that is one thing very important. Krishna is the beginning, middle and end. Means
Mataji, sorry to interrupt. Slide has not changed.
it's changing now.
No, it is on 31 only, text 31.
Krishna. Anyway, it is showing the problem somehow, whether I did it. Now changing, text 32.
It is still showing screen sharing. Now it's come. Yes.
Right.
So Krishna is beginning. Krishna only wanted to create, he created, then he only maintained, and at the annihilation, he only manifested in the form of Lord Shiva to annihilate. Beginning, end, and middle. Everything I am. O Arjuna, for all the sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self. So there are variety of sciences. And for us as a human being, the most important is about the spiritual science, knowing about ourselves. I mean, just previous this class, I had another class and we were talking. The most important thing in the life is to know about yourself. Since we do not know about ourselves, the problem is there only. Wrong identification. Arjuna also was, when Arjuna started saying that all these people are going to die and I'm not going to, I'll become the cause and I don't want to kill these people, they are my relatives. The first knowledge Krishna gave is that you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. You are identifying yourself as a body, and that is the reason you are considering these people as yours. But your real identity is not the body, you are the spirit soul. And then he gave the full knowledge about the soul, that there is no death, there is no old age, there is no birth, there is no disease. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka nachainam klediyantyapo na shoshayati marutah. Neither it can be burned nor it can be withered. Nothing can happen to the soul. So our real identity is that I am the part and parcel of the soul. I am part and parcel of the Krishna. Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Once we know that I am the part and parcel of Krishna, then my whole energy will be used in developing my relationship with the Lord. Since I know that I belong to this world, my energy is exhausted in maintaining the relation of worldly thing. Every small relation also we want to maintain, right? We are so particular. If we are a good person, they will have good relation with everyone, with the neighbor, with the driver, with the cleaner, with the family, with the office people. And we think that that is my responsibility to be nice, to good, to have a nice relation with the people. But once we understand that, okay, these are relationship is fine, but my real relationship is with the Lord. He is my master and I am like directly connected to him only. Then we will start developing relationship with him only. So Krishna says, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. There is matta par taram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is no superior truth than me. I am conclusive truth. If we know everything and we do not Krishna, our life is a waste. Because ultimately we should know that who is the Supreme Lord. If we do not know about him, how much ever successful I am, ultimately we leave the body and again we get into the cycle. We will not get out of this material world. I'm sure that science will also accept it. Maybe it will take some 100 more years to understand that we have they have tried to reach to the moon. They will somehow, maybe they will have the identification of the spiritual world, spiritual identity, and they will work on it. Right now, they don't have any this thing. That's the reason they are not working. They are only working to maintain this universe, to maintain the people in the universe. If they understand that there's a soul is an important factor, then probably they will have something. So that's the reason that's a different science.
In the
Material
definition
science
of health, in the definition of health, it is mental, physical, spiritual, and social. The
yes,
spiritual word is there in the definition of health
correct.
for years.
But there is spiritual understanding is not there so much.
That is true.
Yeah. The cosmic manifestation is created and conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu. And then again, it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. So this we have seen many times, that how the word is created by Karnodaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu. And at the end, it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. Brahma is a secondary creator. So Brahmaji is creating after everything is created. That's the reason Brahmaji is called secondary creator. So for creation, we need the ingredient, we need the soul, we need the intelligence. All this thing is given to the Brahmaji. Brahmaji is just putting the data and giving the body. Actually, Brahmaji is just responsible to give us the body. What type of body I should be in. That is the job of Brahmaji. Seeing my chart, he will give, okay, you are good to become a fish, you are good to become a reptile, you are good to become a mosquito, you are good to become a tree, or you are good to become a human being. That all depends on my chart. So like Brahmaji, when he has to create us, he will see our complete from the Yamaraj The complete data is there. And accordingly, he will just distribute us in the different body. So that's the reason Brahmaji is called secondary creator. All these agents of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are incarnation of material qualities of the Supreme Lord. That's what is called the Krishna's different manifestation is there. There is a Guna avatar. Krishna has a Leela avatar, where he comes as a Lord Ramachandra, then Lord Krishna, another Leela, Narsingh Leela, Leela avatar. There is a Guna avatar. Guna avatar is in the three modes. In the mode of goodness, he comes as a Lord Vishnu, controller. And the passion, he comes as Brahma. And as ignorance, he comes as a Lord Shiva. So this is Lord's different incarnation in different modes. The Lord comes in a different, like a different incarnation in different modes. Therefore is the beginning, middle, and the end of creation. So there are three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Brahmaji is considered to be the creator. Vishnu is considered to be maintainer. And Lord Shiva is considered to be annihilator. So they are all three incarnation in the three modes. Lord's incarnation. Krishna says, I am into three. I only become Brahma, I only become Shiva, I only become Vishnu. They are non-different. I only become all this. For advanced education, there are various kinds of books of knowledge, such as the four Vedas, their 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So altogether, there are 14 divisions of books of education. Of these, the books which presents Adhyatma Vidya, spiritual knowledge, in particular, the Vedanta Sutra represent Krishna. So there are variety of knowledge in the scripture also. There are 4 Vedas, there are 18 Puranas, there are Upanishad, 108 Upanishads. So there are different category of the books. And all these books are teaching us something or the other. But the conclusion of all the book is that everybody has to get nirvana, moksha. Or this material world is temporary and we have to find a place eternally. In a gross, language, everybody has to get the eternal place. We all misfit here. Many times I repeat this again and again, that if I belong to this world, I would live here permanently. I will not be forced to change the body again and again. That shows the non-permanence of this material world and eternity of the soul. Both the things it says. Because soul is eternal and body is temporary, so after giving up this body, soul looks for another body. Because we want to be in the material world. In material world, there are 8.4 million species. After soul leaves this body, it will try to find another body. Then it will try to find another body. Then it will try to find another body. It's a cycle of 8.4 million species. So soul is eternal. Soul is not dying with the body. Na? If the soul also dies, then our journey is over. That is what some religion says. But that is not true. Soul is eternal. And this body will get over. Then soul look for. If the soul doesn't get body, it is like a ghost. So soul will look for another body. Then another body, then another body, then another body. Because soul identity is there. And here everything is temporary. If I get an insect body, my life is only for 10 days. A soul is eternal. What will the soul do after I leave that insect body? Now soul will think, okay, I want to get another somewhere. So this is what shows the temporariness of the material world and eternity of the soul. So now soul has to reach to the place where it can live eternally without changing the body. And that is the place called spiritual world. Na tad bhasyate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Lord says, there is no sun, there is no moonlight. Yet there is the effulgence of mine is giving the light over there. And yad gatva na nivartante. After reaching there, nobody comes back. Tad dhama paramam mama. That is my ultimate eternal abode. It's not that we do not know about it. We know about it. There is a place and we belong to that place. So our journey will end only when we reach there. And that is what all the scripture teaches us as a spiritual knowledge. Whether you say it in the modern word, finding yourself, finding the peace, searching for the soul, all these things are the thing. It comes under this umbrella. Then it says, Akshara namakarosmi dvanda samasikasya cha aham eva kashya kalo dhata dham vishvato mukha. Of letters, I am the letter A, and I am a compound word. I am a dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time. Sorry. And of a creator, I am Brahma. Krishna says here, Ki Vishwato, Dhata Nam Vishwato Mukha. He said, I am Akaro, letter A. Everywhere the letter A is important, the A sound. I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time. Krishna says, I am the time. That's the reason we say, Aham eva kashah kalo. I am the kal. I am the time. That's the reason we say that when we try to give our time to Krishna, Krishna manifests more time for us. Not that for me it will become from 24 to 25, in the way that our time will be so organized that we will have more time, because Krishna is time. So when we give our time to Krishna, Krishna manifests our time in a way that we can do more thing in the less time. His time. And I am the creator, I am Brahma. In Sanskrit, there are also many compound words, of which the dual word like Ramakrishna is called Dvanda. In this compound, the word Rama and Krishna have the same form, and therefore the compound is called dual. Okay. Ramakrishna is the same name of the Lord. Among the living entity who are created, Brahma, who has 4 heads, is the chief. So Brahma is among the first living entity created by the Lord is Brahma. So he is the chief. Therefore, he is a representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So as I said, Brahma is a representation of Krishna in the Rajogun for creation. Lord Shiva is a representation of Krishna in the Tamoguna to annihilate. And Vishnu is a representation of Krishna in Satogun to maintain. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavisyatam kriti shririrvakacha narinam smitirmedha dhritikshama. This is very important. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham. He says, I am all devouring death. I take away everything from you at the time of death. Sarva harashchaham. I take away everything from you at the time of death. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, what he is teaching? He is teaching you abandon everything and surrender unto me. But we don't want to surrender Krishna. At the time of death, we are forcibly surrendered. So if it is said that if you don't willingly surrender to Krishna, then you have to surrender to Krishna forcefully. I am all devouring death, and I am we cannot avoid death. And everything what we have will be taken away from us. Everything, including my own body. The name, the fame, the body, the possession, the money, the prestige, then beauty, everything. Within few hours, everything will be over. As soon as we die, everything is over. Krishna, I take nothing from here. We take nothing from here. Everything we have to leave here only. What we take is our good karma. That only we don't work. Unfortunately. This is what I have to carry through. I have to work on my good karma because this is what we can take. We work only on the thing which we cannot take. We don't work on the thing which we take. Some people work, but generally we don't work on the thing which we take. And I am the generating principle of that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech. This is the quality of the woman. The fortune, fine speech. Like, women have a very fine voice, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. These are the quality of the woman. He says, this quality I am. The 7 opulence listed, fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience are considered feminine. If a person possesses all of them or some of them, he becomes glorious. If a man is famous as a righteous man, that makes him glorious. So he says, righteousness in men and this quality in the female, all this I am. And the ability not only to read many books on a different subject matter, but to understand them and apply them when necessary is intelligence, medha. I should know everything and I should also know how to use this talent. Sometimes I know everything, but when the time comes, I'm not able to use it. So that is the intelligence. That also Krishna says, I am the intelligence. I will give you the intelligence. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. When it is required, I will give you the intelligence. When it is required, I will take away the intelligence from you. The ability to overcome unsteadiness is called firmness or steadfastness, dhriti. And when one is fully qualified, yet is humble and gentle, and when one is able to keep his balance both in sorrow and in ecstasy of joy, he has the opulence called patience, shama. A person, it says in the Bhagavad Gita, we learn that we should not be disturbed in any situation, whether it is happy or sad. So a person who has that quality, he is not disturbed. Good happens also, he is fine. Bad happens also, is fine. Very patient. He's very like balanced. He said, this quality also I am. Brihat sama tatha sama samanam Gayatri chanda samaham Masha nam marga shirshoham Ritunam kusumakaraha. Of the hymns in the Sam Veda, I am the Brihat Sam. And of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of months, I am Margashirsha, November, December. And season, I am flower-bearing spring. So everywhere Krishna is saying, everything what we see, what we can talk about, I am there, I am there, I am in the Vedas, I am in the season, I am in the mantra, everywhere. It has already been explained by the Lord that amongst all the Vedas, he is the Sam Veda. Sam Veda talks about the bhakti. The Sam Veda is the rich songs played by the various demigods. Amongst the regulated poetry by Gayatri Mantra, which is chanted by the duly qualified Brahmanas, is the most important. It is more in the form of beautiful songs, which various demigods, Gandharvas are singing. Gayatri Mantra is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, yes. Because the Gayatri Mantra is specially meant for God realization, it represents the Supreme Lord. Yes, the Dhimahi word is also there, na? Om Bhurbhuva Swa. But Gayatri Mantra is potent and powerful when it is given to us. Gayatri Mantra actually is supposedly not to be chanted by the sound vibration. It has to be chanted in the mind. That is a Vedic mantra has a rules and regulations to chant. It's very potent and powerful mantra. Yesterday I was hearing somebody was asking, people are playing the Gayatri Mantra in the loudspeaker. He said, that's wrong. Gayatri Mantra is to be chanted in the mind. Even your lip should not move. That is the way Gayatri mantra. And it should be given by the Guru. That's why when Guru gives this mantra, he gives in the ear. He doesn't say loud. Naam is different. You can shout and chant when you're chanting Maha Mantra. But the other Vedic mantras, there is a rules and regulation. This Gayatri mantra especially has lots of rules and regulation. There is a time to chant. There is a process to chant. We should take bath. We should have like cleanliness, and then given by the Guru, chant in the mind. So those are the rules and regulations for Gayatri mantra. This mantra is meant for spiritually advanced people. And when one attains success in chanting, he can enter into the transcendental position of the Lord. This is for the advanced people. Dyuta chalayatam tejas tejasvinamaham jayosmi vyavasayo asmi sattvam sattvatamaham. I am also the gambling of the cheats, and of the splendid, I am the splendor. Whatever special thing you do, the splendor I am. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Bala balasmi, those who are strong, right? Right strong, I am their bala. I am also the gambling of the cheats. So nothing is there which Krishna is not there. Everything is, right? The presence of Lord is there. Among the victorious, he is victory. He is the splendor of the splendid. Among the enterprising and industries, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventure, he is the most adventurous, and among the strong, he is the strongest. When Krishna was present on the earth, no one could surpass him in strength. Even in his childhood, he lifted Govardhan hill. So that's the reason when the very childhood, Lord has done all the wonderful things. At the boar, he lifted the earth. At the fish, he became, and he crossed the ocean by carrying the all the scriptures, Vedic scriptures. So he does all wonderful things. Nothing is impossible for him. Vrishninam Vasudevasmi, Pandavanam Dhananjaya, Muninam api aham Vyasa, Kavinam Ushna Kavi. Of descendant of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva. And of the Pandavas, I am the Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasadeva, and among the great thinker, I am Ushna. Among the sons of Pandu, Arjuna is famous as Dhananjaya. He is the best of men and therefore represents Krishna. Among the Munis or learned men conversant in Vedic knowledge, Vyasa is the greatest because he explained Vedic knowledge in many different ways for the understanding of the common mass of the age of Kali. So Vyasa Muni is also representation of Krishna. Yesterday only we were discussing Vyasa Muni had incarnated, Krishna has incarnated himself in the Vyasa Muni to write the scripture. So Vyasa Deva is the incarnation of Krishna for writing the scripture for the people in the age of Kali. And Vyasa is also known as an incarnation of Krishna. Yes. So it's not much here, just we have to see where all Krishna's opulences are. Dando damyatam asmi, nitir asmi jigishatam, maunam chaiva asmi gohyanam, jnanam jnanvatanam aham. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. And of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am the silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. So I understand in a manner that everything, the language, the word, the qualities we see, there is Krishna. That's the reason we have to start seeing Krishna in everything. We cannot miss Krishna. We see something very nice, we see presence of Krishna. We hear something nice, we see presence of Krishna. We do anything, any living entity, we think that, and then we see, oh, this is the creation of Krishna. So how can we miss him? We cannot miss him. There is nothing where he is not there. When we are drinking the water, it is a taste. When we are eating the food, the moonlight is there falling on the fruit to give the juice. So juice in the fruit comes from the moonlight. And Krishna says, I am the sun and moon. Nakshatranam shashi aham. Aham shashi. So everything what we are doing, when we see a beautiful woman and beautiful voice and quality of the Krishna is there. So there is no way we can miss Krishna. That's what he's saying. When miscreants are punished, the agency of chastisement represents Krishna. Among those who are trying to be victorious in some field of activity, the most victorious element is morality. Among the confidential activity of hearing, thinking, and meditating, silence is most important, mauna, because by silence one can make progress very quickly. One of the processes there being silent for some time. People practice. Prabhupada also says being silent also means that don't talk nonsense. If you are talking nonsense, better not to speak there. We should only talk always things which is pleasing to others, which is helpful to others. We should not talk just by the sake of talking. Like it is said, the frog is there, and frog has a tendency to make a noise always. And by making noise, he attracts the snake. In the rainy season, the frogs are there and it is dark. Snake cannot see in the dark. Because the frog is making the sound, snake can know that where is the frog and he will go and attack. If this frog is not making noise, he will save his life. So unnecessarily talking is avoided. Unnecessarily talking also describes about newspaper, television, different type of talk shows, unnecessarily. Too much bombardment is there of all this. It's avoided. Not really useful for a sadhaka who is practicing devotional service. It's not very useful. So that is also called silence. The wise man is one who can discriminate between matter and spirit, between God's superior and inferior nature. Such knowledge is Krishna himself. Knowing between the difference between the spirit and matter. That knowledge also comes from Krishna. Yachapi sarva bhutanam bijatadaham arjuna natad asti vina yatsam maya bhutam characharam maya bhutam characharam. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. This is very important. Generating seed of all existence. Everything exists. I am the generating seed. Aham bija pradapita. Krishna says somewhere that aham bija pradapita. I am the seed giving father. That is why it is said, Pita amhasya jagata mata dhata pitamaha. Krishna says, Pita amhasya jagata. I am the father of all living entity. Because I am the seed giving and I bear them also. Because when the annihilation happens, everything goes and rests in the body of Mahavishnu, stomach. So Krishna says, I keep you in my stomach, so I am Mata also. Pita amahasya jagata mata dhata. I take care of. Dhata means the one who takes care. Pita I am your grandfather. Everything I am. So this is also Krishna's this thing. So he is a seed-giving father. He is the mother who is carrying us. He is a dhata who is taking care of us. He is the one who is giving us intelligence. So he said, there is no being moving or moving that can exist without me. Nothing can exist without the Lord's presence. Without Lord's presence, it's all dead. Anything good in me is the reflection of Krishna. Prabhupada says that when you decorate our body and you are seeing the reflection also, you will be looking beautiful. We don't decorate the reflection. We decorate our body. Already when we see in the mirror, my reflection comes and I look beautiful there also. So similarly, we are all reflection of Krishna. So if we decorate Krishna, we will also be decorated. Nantostis mama divyanam vibhutanam parantapa esha taddushatah prokto vibhuter vistarobhaya. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestation. Now Krishna says, how much I will tell you. So much I told you. Even we don't remember how much Krishna told in so many shlokas. What I have spoken to is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Vibhuti is just a minute indication of my Vibhuti. So much opulence. How much I will tell you, Arjuna? If I start telling about my opulence, the war will not even start. So I just gave you the glimpses. Water the devotion by eagerness to hear. It increases the faith, conviction, and determination. So when we have a devotion to hear, after hearing, our faith increases. The more we hear about Krishna, the more our faith increases to him. The conviction, determination to serve him, determination to develop a relationship with him increases. When we are hearing about Krishna, one thing, and then we know about ourselves that where do we stand and where he is. But I'm proud that I'm his. He is my father. Even in material world, my father is some great personality. We feel so proud. Oh, my father is a minister, or my father is an IS officer, or my father is a very somewhere big shot. We should be happily saying, my father is Krishna. Having everything, we belong to him. Yad yad vibhuti mat satvam shrimad urjitam eva tat tat eva gacchvatvam mama tejoma sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from out, but a spark of my splendor. All this glorious thing I'm talking, the universe, the creation, the demigods, the everything is just a spark of my splendor. It is a spark of my splendor. Everything what we see as a glorious thing, just the spark, unlimited qualities I have. It's just the spark of my splendor. Any glorious or beautiful existence should be understood to be but a fragmental manifestation of Krishna's opulence, whether it be in the spiritual or material world. Anything extraordinarily opulent should be considered to represent Krishna's opulence. So wherever we see any extraordinary opulence, we should know this is Krishna's opulence. Krishna is there. That is why it looks so beautiful. Krishna is there. That is why it. See, in common word also we see that anything good you see, if you don't see the presence of soul, in the absence of soul, anything is not beautiful. Nothing is beautiful in the absence of soul. As soon as the soul leaves the body, nothing is beautiful. It becomes so ugly. Even the plant dies, it looks so ugly. When there is a soul, plant is green. It looks so beautiful. As soon as the soul leaves the body, plant also dies. Now we say this plant died. What does it mean? The soul left the plant. And it will look so ugly. So anything beautiful has to have the presence of the Lord. Anything extraordinarily opulent should be considered to represent Krishna's opulence. If I am doing something great, it means my intelligence is working, and intelligence is given by the Lord. So as a person, we should always be having a gratitude. Not that this is my intelligence. Nothing is mine. Body is also not mine. If it is mine, I will never let it spoil. It is not mine. It is not in my control. I feel it is mine. It is not mine. Anytime anything can be taken away from me. How it is mine? It is not mine. So everywhere there is the presence of the Lord. Atha vabhutena kim gyaten tavarjuna vistabhyaham adam krishnam ekam shene sthito jagat. Krishna says, but what need is there, O Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragmental of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Ekam shene sthito jagat. This is a very, very important verse where Krishna says, what you are talking about, just by my one fragment, I support the entire universe. We have to work so hard to maintain our own body. We have to work so hard to maintain our family, our nation, or whatever. Krishna, just by desire and universes are coming out and maintained. Ekam shene sthito jagat. Just by desiring, Krishna does everything. He's there in every living entity in entire universe, and not only one universe, in millions of universes. It is beyond our thought process also. Is Krishna going and seeing everything, doing everything? Just by his, automatically things are happening. Sometimes we say that nature is doing it. What is nature? Who is the controller of the nature? Here Krishna says, I am the controller of nature. With my intelligence, everything is happening. And I don't have to make an effort. Ananta Shesha is keeping the entire one universe in her head. And it is said that it is like a mustard seed on his head. When you have a mustard seed, do you feel any weight? And entire universe means there are 14 planetary systems. We are not able to even know about the one, our Earth. There are 7 up and 6 below. And all this is kept on the head of the Ananta Shesha. And it says on the head of Ananta Shesha, it is just like a mustard seed. So how beautifully things have designed. We are talking about the planet of our luminaries, about the one universe, the moon is there and Saturn is there, and there are millions of universe. So how it is all happening? Krishna says, just by the fragment of myself, I pervade the support the entire universe. Just Krishna lies in the water and the Brahmaji comes from the navel. And Brahmaji creates fill all the 14 planets. It's all very like beyond our thought process also. That's the reason sometimes we think that this is all a fairy tale. So how do we understand all this? The purer we become, more we think of the Lord and others, and the less of the ourselves. That is the true compassion. And that is when that's the reason it says with the contaminated mind, we cannot understand all this, because these things cannot be understood by the mind. It has to be understood by the higher intelligence. Higher intelligence. Higher intelligence. Higher intelligence means when our intelligence is purified. That will give us to understand. And that's a true compassion when we give this knowledge to others. How come this is, yeah. So this is how we end the chapter here today about the opulence of Krishna. Any question here?
Yes, Mataji. That 14 planetary system is arranged that lotus stem, no, Mataji?
Yes.
Then what about Ananda Sheshan's head? What is?
No, that the whole is there on the, it is designed into the lotus stem, but it is resting on the Ananta Shesha.
Okay.
Like this is a 14 planetary system, right? So this is all stem, but this is resting on something. No? So that is
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Okay.
resting on Ananta Shesha.
What I meant is that lotus stem is from Mahavishnu's navel, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
So Mahavishnu is lying, na? So that Mahavishnu is lying. Mahavishnu is lying on the Ananta Shesha, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, yes.
Yes. So that Ananta Shesha.
Okay.
The foot of
Thank
the
you.
Ananta Shesha, Mahavishnu is lying, correct?
Yes, yes, Mataji.
He's carrying that.
Okay.
And Mataji, in the picture, Mahavishnu's lying that the globes we see around him are the planetary systems, right? The planetary.
I don't
The
know, I can't hear you properly. Can you repeat again?
So Mataji, in the picture you showed earlier where Mahavishnu is lying on Ananda Shesha and there were some globes like balls around, those are the planetary systems, correct? There are some round objects around in the picture.
Yes, correct.
So those are the planetary systems.
Yeah.
And in each planet there is a Brahmaji, right? I mean,
No,
there is a
Brahmaji is in the entire, in one unit. Let me show if I have the picture. I can show you the picture. Brahmaji is
One Brahmanda, one Brahmaji. Isn't it,
Yeah.
Mataji?
Yeah, one Brahmanda, one Brahmaji. So topmost planet is Brahmaji. In the one Brahman. Yes. So I will do this revision tomorrow again, because now
Okay.
I've understood that we will do the revision after every this thing's chapter gets over, so that we have all the memory, because we finished the chapter in many weeks. So by the time we end the chapter, we forget that what we have done in the beginning, right? So I'll do the revision tomorrow of this, and then we will start the next chapter. So I will see. All this is more kept by the. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, Lord says that among the Pandavas, I am the Arjuna. So does that mean that Arjuna was superior among the Pandavas?
Arjuna was?
Superior among, because Lord is saying that among the Pandavas, I am the Arjuna.
Yeah.
So does that mean that the Arjuna was very superior than other Pandavas?
Arjuna was most dear to the Lord, more surrendered soul. Arjuna was completely surrendered. He had no doubt about Krishna ever.
Okay.
Whatever Krishna said, Arjuna will yes. Arjuna had questions, but no doubt. So this is, can you all see? No. Yeah, this is, you're talking about Prabhu. Can you see the
Yes,
picture?
Mataji.
Yeah. So this is
Yes,
Ananta
yeah.
Shesha lying on the water. Below the water, it says that there are elephant, and then elephant, this Ananta Shesha is there. Then Ananta Shesas, there is an elephant below that. There's a more description how he's fixing. And these are the planets. Each planet. So this is one planet. Ours is this Bhuloka.
Okay.
And Brahmaji lives here in the Satyaloka. So this is Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, Swargaloka. And then here is Niche, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. So this is one universe.
Okay.
Mataji, these are
One
just the
universe or
layers or
Brahmanda. Isn't it,
different
Mataji?
planets.
I could not hear. Yes.
They are different layers of the one planet,
Yeah.
or they are different planets.
Different. No, this is the one universe. This is one bond.
Okay.
And there are different layers.
Yeah.
So like we are in the Earth planet here. Then there is above us is the Swargaloka. Bhuvar Swarga. Janata. Then above that, all the demigods live. Then above that, there are rishis and the great sages and all those people live. So like that, there is a layer of the people. Different people, according to their, when we wander in the material world, when we say 8.4 million species, we wander in this world. So you can become a demigod, you can become go to Tapoloka, come back. You can go to below, or you can take, like, this is how we are wandering. So different people go to different planet according to their karma. It's a little bit.
Mataji, when you say planet and universe, both are same, correct? Planet and universe are same.
In one
Correct?
universe, there are 14 planets.
14 planets. Okay. Okay.
In one universe, there are 14 planets.
Okay, I see. And similarly, there are many universes, and
There are
all
many
those
universes, yes.
uh,
Correct.
and all those universes reside on top of Ananda Shesha.
Yes. All this universe,
All those universes reside on top of Ananda Shesha.
yeah, another Shesha. See, if you remember, one day, maybe we'll do tomorrow again, so many times we have done. When the universes are created, in every universe, Lord enters as a Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Oh, okay. I see.
And when he enters into Garbhodaksha Vishnu, then Brahmaji comes in that universe. Then Brahmaji fills up that universe.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Mataji. Thank you.
Any other question? So we'll try to do some
No,
of this
Mataji.
division tomorrow. So and then,
Mataji, I want to share one of my thought.
yeah,
Arjuna means all the 5 Pandavas, they are not like us. Means we are made from means sperms and ovums, but they are the gift from God directly. Na? That's why their physique is also means they are more Shuchirbhut than us, more spiritual than us.
and in that way, all the Pandavas were there, na? But Krishna says, I am Arjuna.
Yeah, because he's more due. He has Sankhya Bhakti, na Mataji, with Arjuna, Krishna.
Yeah, Arjuna was complete surrender to Krishna. Yes.